As you know, or you should know, PhoneBurner is all about helping you connect with more people in less time and having more quality conversations with your prospects, right? That's how we all make more money here. And what we've been talking about in our LeadStream training module is how you can take advantage of the LeadStream features and functionality in PhoneBurner to automate how you can distribute leads or contacts or whatever you call them to you and your team so that you can be as effective and efficient with your time as possible. However, there are times that you may need to delete a lead stream, right? You've created a lead stream, you've done what you need with that lead stream, and it's now time to delete that lead stream to get it out of your view. And what I want to talk about on this training is how to delete a lead stream and some things that you may want to consider before you delete the lead stream. So let's dig into this. So from my admin account, I'm going to go to Contacts. From Contacts, I'm going to click on the year in the upper right, and I'm going to go down to Lead Stream. Now, I don't want to delete any of my existing lead streams, so I'm going to create a sacrificial lead stream. I'm going to click on Add Lead Stream. And I'm going to enable that. Doesn't matter if I enable it, but I'm going to. And I'm going to name it Delete Me Please. I'm going to give it a description of this lead stream needs to be deleted. Doesn't matter what type of lead stream I create it as, but I'm going to create it as a blind pull lead stream because I want to illustrate some aspects of deleting that are only a part of the blind pull lead stream because we can assign a preset to this lead stream. So I'm going to create a new preset. I'm going to call it Delete Me Please. I don't care about any of the settings. Just choose some stuff in here and let's save changes. I'm going to create a new folder for this. I'm going to call this one Delete Me Please. For a distribution folder, for the receiving folder, another Delete Me Please, only RCV for receiving. And I'm not really explaining what any of these things are. There's lots of videos to walk you through all of the details here. Recycle folder, I'm not going to worry about that. Sorting, not going to do that. Next, add recipients. That'll save my lead stream, and I can, of course, add somebody to the lead stream. Okay, so we now have a basic lead stream configured. If we go to our lead stream page here, we'll see a list of all of our lead streams. We see that Delete Me Please lead stream here, and there's a trash can over here. Now, before I delete it or before we go through all of this, I do want to point out some things here. So first off, if I click the delete button, you're going to be presented with this little window that says, hey, are you sure you want to delete it? If you do, you might lose access to reporting, right? And that is a big thing in my opinion. I would much rather you disable a lead stream. Just move it down to the bottom, right? Because you can reorder these lead streams. Just move all your disabled ones down to the bottom so that you can continue to report on these. But if for whatever reason you want to delete a lead stream, there are a few things that you want to consider before you click OK here. So let's cancel that. Let's edit this lead stream again. So back into the lead stream. I want to point out that we've got a dialer preset assigned to this lead stream. We got a distribution folder assigned to this lead stream, a receiving folder assigned to it, right? So we got some components, some pieces to the puzzle here. And if we were to delete this lead stream, we might run into issues deleting some of these other things. So we want to take into account some of the things that we've assigned to this lead stream. You know, in most cases when we delete the lead stream, it should let go of everything, but there's caching and there's always a chance that the system might not realize that that lead stream is deleted, and you may have a tough time deleting these other pieces, right? So, for example, let me go to the folders page here, and we should see our Delete Me Please receiving folder. You'll notice that the trash option for deleting that folder is not clickable. right? We cannot trash that folder because it's currently tied to a lead stream. Now, when we delete the lead stream, we should be able to delete this, but in my opinion, it's always better safe than sorry. If you're going to delete it, let's clean things up first to ensure that this or these folders are not actually tied to that lead stream anymore. So let's go and look at one other thing. Let's go to dial sessions and go to our dialer preset. We have our delete me please dialer preset. This trash can is not disabled, but if I try to delete this, it won't let me delete it because it is in fact tied to a lead stream. So what we want to do is we want to just consider this before we delete a lead stream. Either we can repurpose the dialer preset, just change the name of the dialer preset and just plan on using it for another lead stream in the future. Or what we could do is we could go to our lead stream settings. So we'll go back over to the lead stream section and we'll edit this lead stream. What I like to do is I like to just come in here and assign a dialer preset that I know I'm never going to delete. I can't change the distribution folder to something that's already in use. So that's something to consider. But typically when we delete the lead stream, the folders become deletable. Dialer presets tend to be a little bit more finicky, so just keep that in mind. So I just switch that and then save. That kind of frees up that dialer preset so I can delete it. So now if I go down and I delete this, lead stream is going to be deleted. I don't have it on my list anymore. If I go to dial session settings and I go to my dialer presets, I'm not going to have an issue deleting this because it's no longer tied to a lead stream. If I go to contact settings and go to folders, go to manage my folders, we should see that both of these folders are now deletable, right? Because we deleted that lead stream. And so I'm going to go ahead and delete those folders because I don't need those folders anymore. But if for whatever reason you find yourself in a situation where the dialer preset or the folders are not, you're not allowed to delete them because the system for whatever reason is still considering them connected to an active lead stream, you can of course reach out to our support team and we will get that cleaned up for you. Or you can just rename them and repurpose them for something else, and you should be good. But I just wanted to point those things out to you. When you want to delete a lead stream, you will lose access to reporting for that specific lead stream because we've now deleted it, and you'll lose access, and you may run into issues, not lose access, but you may just run into issues with deleting folders or dialer presets that were or are connected to that lead stream that has been deleted. So either just reach out to the support team, let us know that you're running into an issue with that specific dialer preset or folder, and we'll get that cleaned up, or just reuse it for something else. So anyway, hope that helps. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video, and happy dialing.